Sorry.
Jen, are you okay?
Turn this
I'm
fan off.
good.
Okay.
2 seconds. How do I turn it off?
Just on the back. The fan. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm all up on
No,
it,
wait,
but
up.
you're okay, dude.
Me?
The dial.
I can't feel that half. I didn't even know.
Oh, that's higher.
Cohesion.
Okay.
My dog.
All right. Should I take the camera away?
Do what?
So we can get a little sheet.
Can we? Oh, we can't do that. Okay. It's all new world.
Okay.
Is it recording?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been recording this whole time.
It's been recorded for like this. Okay.
I can't stop.
Okay, we're the Wumbos, and we're gonna. Oh my lord.
We're sending this. This is how it's going.
We're gonna talk about our group proposal. MJ, I think that you should start.
Okay, well, the first thing that we're going to talk about is how we feel that we did as a group overall. So, how do you guys feel we did as a group, like,
I love
in
my
class?
group.
I love my group too.
I think we're the best group.
Me too. Like legit, we really are the best group. So.
That's true.
Like, legit.
I think that our diversity in the group is like a strength for us because we all have different thoughts and like emotions and stuff. We kind of play off of it.
We all play like specific roles.
Yeah, specific roles in the group to make it a better group.
And we all brought something different to the table when we were working in class. So there wasn't like, it never got like hostile because everyone had like their own niche that they went into.
And it
Yeah, like when we did the Lego project,
Yeah.
I think that really was like that really.
And like
Because we were the only group that-
not to vote off someone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we like
We trust each other.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, Jordan.
We all thought it was Tiani for a long time.
There was a little.
I feel like
I think it's Tiani.
No, it's Victoria.
I remember that.
I
But
feel like we all respect each other's differences. That's why we can get along.
Yeah.
but as far as our group performance and the proposal, I think when we were forming the idea and really talking about it, I think that we did a good job. I honestly think that our idea was a legitimate idea. I think that making our school beautiful can play into what the other groups are talking about, making us proud of our school.
And keeping us here.
Yeah, and keeping us here on the weekends. I think if we were a more inviting place, I think, all in all, I think the idea was legitimate, and I think that we
weren't taken as seriously as the other topics.
Yeah.
I feel like for the whole team proposal thing that it should have been, we should have known more what to expect. I honestly feel like as a whole, we didn't necessarily know what to do based off of the rubric because the rubric was so open-ended. So I feel like if it was more general, we could have done better or fulfilled the requirements or the expectations that y'all probably had. But overall, I think we did really good. I honestly feel like we did the best out of everybody else's group because our group, like, we all talked. Like, we all had an input. We all worked together on it. Whereas some other groups, they just assigned different parts where it was obvious that you can see, oh, well, he did this and he did that. And the purpose of the group was for everybody to work together. Not everybody take one individual part. Everybody work together cohesively. So I feel like we did the best.
Yeah, like, one of our major things was, like, we didn't want to just be like, okay, you deal with what the problem is, you deal with why it's a problem. Like, we wanted to do it, like, as a group. So as a group, we didn't want to be like, okay, you just talk about this and you just talk about that. We wanted to kind of, like, build off each other and create, like, a conversation, and it didn't come across that way in presenting, I suppose.
And like while we were actually doing the project, we figured out everybody's strength because you had one person who worded it correctly and you had one person who brought the idea to the table as a whole. So everybody worked well together and we saw everybody's strengths and weaknesses also. Yep, I have that dish out.
All right. Consider what you and your group could have done differently.
Do we kind of answer that? No.
Well, I mean, I guess we can understand where you said that it was good, but it wasn't good enough. But in the sense that we were talking over each other a lot, and I felt like it was kind of
we could have practiced more.
Yeah, I feel like if we had practiced it more and presented it better, then maybe it would have maybe we would have gotten a higher grade because of the presentation.
Yeah.
But as far as the idea goes, I think that it was an excellent idea, and it was a legitimate idea.
Yeah.
So,
Anything else you think we could have done differently?
Is that done?
what do you think we could have done different?
Just practice.
Just practice.
Yeah, just put a tad bit more effort into it.
I feel like if we had known you were looking for a more structured type of presentation, that we would have scripted a little more. But
I
since
guess
it
more
was
formal. Like
Yeah.
if we had
Right.
known it was
Yeah.
supposed to be formal.
we wanted to create more of a conversation with the class to see how they
Right,
felt,
Yeah.
and that wasn't really what was being
Happening.
looked for.
Expected.
Right.
Yeah, you guys were looking
But-
for something else. We didn't know that.
You also have to look at when you put a time limit on things, people feel the need to stretch it out and make it longer than it has to be. And the 10-minute time limit, you do have to accept that there's going to be some fluff in there and you're going to be very repetitive. So I feel maybe an improvement could be that there shouldn't be a time limit and that you should get your point across with whatever you have instead of being very repetitive, you know?
And I'm pretty sure we went the longest talking wise, but that's
Yeah, we
because like
did.
we had more of a conversation than just
Exactly.
Yeah.
here's what happened. Okay, questions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I feel like ours had more depth to it.
And it included people. It actually made you want to say, okay, well, here's my opinion, because I feel like when it all comes down to a group, everybody's opinions matter. That's why we didn't separate everything. So I feel like that's what we try to aim for more. So when it comes down to improving, I guess getting our point and our strategy, more, like making it more apparent, because it wasn't. So.
And then finally, why do you think this course places you in groups? Well, I think naturally in life we are going to find ourselves in groups, whether it's a religious group or even in a family setting. We're naturally going to find ourselves associating with others. And it's important for us to learn respect for each other and how to listen to each other. And as leaders in this particular course, it's even going beyond that into learning like how to light a spark within even in your own group. Or
I feel like a
Yeah.
lot of the being in a group is learning not only how to lead, but how to follow when the time is
Yeah,
when it's
it's
time for you to
necessary.
follow.
Yeah.
Do you have because a lot of people can be leaders, but you're in a leadership group and you have to know how to work within that, because
how
you're
to
not
step
just gonna
down.
be know when it's right for you to be like, this isn't my strong point, you're better at this than me.
Right.
And you honestly learn a lot about each other.
Exactly. And honestly, feel like you can go further working in groups than working individually, because like Hunter and Jay said, where you may not be stronger, somebody else may be stronger, and when y'all all build off each other, y'all all get stronger as like a whole, no matter if it's a family, in a workplace, or what, like a friendship, whatever it is. So I feel like we were placed in the groups to not only better ourselves, but to better each other, and to allow us to be in that type of environment, so it's not like a culture shock whenever we get out there in the real world. So. Jordan, you got anything to say about
any thoughts, babe?
About why we were in groups.
Jordan's sick.
I'm sick.
I cut my hair. They need to see. I cut my hair.
I think
Very
we were in
excited.
groups, first of all, practically to kind of get us used to the emerging leaders, getting us used to college, getting us used to the idea of having to work with others. But then as the year progressed and as we were reading the book, definitely to, like Hunter said, when you, and MJ said, you need to know when to step down and when to, let someone else talk. And you need to learn to work with others, because in our regular high schools, I think a lot of us were the head leader. And so when you put a lot of leaders together, it can be, I guess, chaotic.
Testy?
Yeah, testy sometimes. And so I think we were in groups to kind of get us to realize that. That's all.
Okay, well,
Alright.
we love the Emerging Leaders Program.
Yes,
We love
we
each
do.
other. Our group, I think that we're the most tight-knit group out of
We
the
definitely
entire groups.
Survived the best.
Yeah, so.
Ladle.
Ladle.
Wumbos out.
This is Ami.
Stop.
Okay.